Tonight, college football history will be made yet again.
It was almost like there was electricity in the air. You could just feel everything at once.
But it's an Indiana defense that's number one in stopping the run.
I don't feel like there's anybody in the country that can beat me in a race. If we line up, say, let's go right now, I'm going to win. Game plan was to go in that game and run the ball, and that's exactly what we did.
Jeremiyah Love breaks free. Jeremiyah Love trying to go 98. Tonight, it's the first game ever in the new 12-team college football playoff format. We start with an in-state battle between the number 10 seed, the Indiana Hoosiers, and the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame, the number 7 seed, in front of a sellout crowd of nearly 80,000 on a cold night at Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend.
There was no doubt in my mind that I was, going to play that game, but I woke up in the middle of that week for preparation that I got sick. At the moment of the game, the sickness was kind of at its peak. It was almost like flu-like symptoms. It was win or go home. It was also the first college football playoff game held in Notre Dame Stadium. There was a lot at stake as far as setting a standard and also, just proving to the other team and just to people in general that we were supposed to be there.
In the case of Notre Dame, it's a team that leans very heavily on the run when they're on offense. They're 10th in the country in rushing offense, but it's an Indiana defense that's number one in stopping the run. A lot of people think that's the biggest part of this game tonight.
If something's going to go wrong, can you overcome it? Nothing is perfect, but are you willing to overcome an imperfect game?
Indiana on the ball quickly, overthrown towards the goal line, intercepted! Notre Dame takes it back! Xavier Watts at the 1-yard line gets the ball back for Notre Dame!
I was on the sideline sitting down, and everybody just started cheering and found out that X got a pick, and it was just great. I like when we start a little bit farther back because then I can get more yards and stuff like that.
Riley Leonard and the Irish from their own 2.
As a running back room, we go into every game, challenging the other teams, what they take pride in, challenging their stuff. Once we, found out that they had the number 1 run defense in the country, it was like, oh yeah, we want that. We want that challenge. We want to overcome whatever they throw at us. So the game plan was to go in that game and run the ball and do good, and that's exactly what we did. So we were at the 2-yard line. Our offensive coordinator's first thought is to get as far away as possible from the opponent's end zone because we don't want to get, a safety. So he called a run play. My intentions every time I'm getting the ball is I'm trying to go score. It's not to, I got to get enough yards to where we can open up our playbook. I'm trying to score every single time I get the ball. It looked like they were almost in zero, so they were blitzing. Knapp, and I think it was Coop, did a great job of blocking the end and kicked them out. And then that nickel took a very bad angle, which just let me just run right on up out of there. And then I think it was Bo, got a very good block on the corner, turned up the sideline, and there's just speed from then on.
Leonard and the Irish from their own 2. Jeremiyah Love breaks free.
So once I saw the hole open up, I pretty much knew that I probably wasn't going to get touched because I felt like the nickel coming down. I knew Knapp was going to get his guy. He stuck a little hand out, but that's a quick swipe down. It was really all just a culmination of everybody doing what they're supposed to do. Coop had a good block. Knapp had a good block. Bo had a good block. That just allowed me to, showcase, my skill set, speed, vision, stuff like that. But going through that hole, there was I had the complete uttermost confidence that I was probably going to take it to the crib.
The Irish from their own 2. Jeremiyah Love breaks free. Jeremiyah Love trying to go 98. Touchdown! What a run in the first touchdown of the 12-team playoff.
In that moment, as I was, running down the sideline, everything else just faded away. It was just me running. I didn't feel sick. I didn't feel my knee at the time. Like it was just, I'm just going. And I hope I don't get caught.
That ties the longest run in school history. Josh Adams went 98 against Wake Forest here in 2015. The 98-yard touchdown run by Jeremiyah Love, the longest play, as you might expect, in the history of the college football playoff.
It was special to me because, like, of the moment I did it in and the circumstances I did it in. Yeah, it definitely means a lot. It definitely means a lot to, be able to say I've scored the longest rushing touchdown in college football playoff history, but it's not just because of me. It's because of my team as well. I feel like that play really broke their hearts because they prided themselves in, stopping the run, at the #1 run defense in the country, and we completely shattered that in one play. And it gave us the fuel to, go out there and play as hard as we can, to dominate, really.
Freeman has his 12th win in 3 years against a ranked opponent. And the Irish are on to the quarterfinals and the Sugar Bowl.
We're here to, show up in the big games. We're here to, compete and win at that. Notre Dame is going to be a contender year after year. Just going to do what we do.